All right, what's going on? Um, Sorry, I'm gonna find a spot. So, real quick, I don't do it like so. I got a couple of minutes before I gotta roll out of here. But I've been watching a lot of, or I've been a lot of, been seeing and been tagged to a lot of relationship videos and videos with women being outraged about the quote unquote raising the man thing. And I find it kind of crazy that this is a problem. This is an epidemic. This is a thing that we tend to focus on. And I speak a lot to black men and black women only because I am black. So that's normally the demographic that I talk to, not just out of familiarity, but because we have a lot of the same experiences in life. And there was a lot of things that, as a younger person, I had to come to grips with. I didn't necessarily have a handle on what life was in reality and relationships and how to work things. Now, for me, I'm married. I've been married for 12 years, been together for 16 years. Uh, and I've been out of the dating game for a very long time, so to speak. And not that I don't continually date my wife and learn new things about her and stuff like that and vice versa, but um, one of the issues that I see wrong with us is that we tend to allow society to dictate what it is we're supposed to have, look for, find, and love in a mate, and the dating criteria and the standards in which things are supposed to happen. A lot of the issue is that there's no self accountability. You know what I'm saying? Forget all of the self love. Forget skip all of that stuff. Oh, the love of self, and I gotta love myself, and you don't know who yourself is. You have no idea who yourself is. You never set out to search and find these things. You've been defining yourself by something that is not you. By trying to get to a standard that is set, and it's set purposely to keep you in turmoil, to keep you manless or womanless, relationshipless, uh, loveless. It's to keep you in that hamster wheel. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner your relationship will, or you'll be able to find a meaningful relationship. Let's just put it that way. Because I can go into some super intricate detail, and I'm not going to, because it's not for me to go into intricate detail about your life. Your life is your life, right? How your relationship is your relationship. Nobody else can infiltrate that, and if they do, then you're allowing them to, and that's ultimately going to tear your relationship apart, whether it's in a couple of days, a couple of months, or a couple of years. The injection of outside influences will always 100% of the time tear your relationship apart. That's whether it's boyfriend and girlfriend, or whether you're engaged, or whether you're married, or whether you've been married with kids and years into the game, right? So there's a particular video. I don't have the link to it or no junk like that. I'm pretty sure it'll go around and you'll see it. And it's a lady basically talking about, because I ain't about to disrespect no women, calling them all out of their names and creatures and all of that stuff, because words power. So when you use your words frivolously, you speak things into your reality, your existence, not other people's. Because other people is pretty much a reflection of what's in your mind and what's in your spirit. So there's this lady that's talking about how mad she is about this thing about raising black men. Why do women have to be left with the burden of raising all of these men? And the gentleman who was talking back to, or responding to her video, was saying, why do you keep picking these men? Uh, and you can go back and forth all day. You can say, why does she keep picking these men? You can say, why do these men exist? And you can say a whole bunch of other different things to go back and forth with each other and never really solve the problem. The problem is self accountability. Until you realize that the reason why these certain men or women keep coming into your life is because not only do you allow them to, and when I say allow them to, they can come in your life, and you can recognize them for who they are, and then you can dismiss them. Or you can continue to keep them in your life and suffer everything that comes along with them, and that will be totally on you. It's your own fault. Um, but that's the thing. It's not a raising. Everybody's being raised. Everybody's growing up. Everybody has issues and problems and afflictions. And just because your problems are not in the area of this other person's problems, number one, does not mean that you can't be in a relationship with that person. Are you mature enough to deal with their problems and deal with yours and help them through theirs? And did you find a person that was willing to help you through your problems? Um, because to say that you have it all together because you have these things, you have a house, you have a car, you have a good job, you make six figures, you make seven figures, you're physically fit, you're all of these things, right? But you're not a good person. You don't know how to love. You don't know how to accept. You don't know how to forgive. You don't know how to be with somebody. You don't know how to enjoy somebody's presence without being all up on them. So if you don't know how to do any of these things, but you have all the attributes, you have all the little tangible things that come along with what's a good man and what's a good woman, then what would make you think you were going to be into a relationship that's formidable, that's good, that's long term, that's long lasting, and you can tell the world about it? No, that relationship is going to end just as quick as it started because there's things that you're missing. There's things that you need in order to complete the relationship as a whole. Because what you're missing, that person provides, and what that person is missing, you provide, which is what makes the relationship together. Two come together to become one, right? It's amazing how we will overlook the simplest things that make things great, and we will gravitate towards the negative things. Now I say we because I did it. I did it as a young man. As a young man, I was dumb in my relationship in the beginning, and my wife, eventually, I'm gonna have her up here. She'll tell you she was dumb too. We were both dumb together. We did a whole bunch of stupid things, and as we matured through those stupid things, because you can't have good without bad, right? People are always talking about what the good they have because they're in bad times. But understand, if you were never in those bad times, you don't know what good is. You know what normal is. And normal to you would be that thing that's good. That's really not good. That's probably not good for you. You probably need to be going the whole opposite direction. But because you don't have the balance of good and evil or good and bad or left and right in your life, then you don't know which way you're supposed to go. The pendulum swings both ways. If it only swung one way, time would cease to exist. All right, now think about that. So, what I'm saying to you is stop talking about what you hate in a person and what you hate about these generalized things about a man or a woman that you're supposed to deal with, and you're better off by yourself and all of that stuff. Okay, you may be a person who doesn't need a relationship. You may be a person who can function and enjoys their own company and all of that stuff. Well, if that's you, right? And you want to draw like people on to you, understand that that's a relationship, whether you're intimate with them or not. That's a relationship. You're going to draw people who don't want to be bothered with other people just because that's what you are. And if you want a decent relationship, long lasting relationship, marriages and things like that, you're going to draw that type of thing because that's what you're seeking after so hard. That's just laws of the universe. That's just the way things work. So I wanted to make sure I kept this under 10 minutes because I did say quick. Um, but I want you to put down that generalized thing about what all men are, because when you go off the generalizations and you go to the people that are around you in your life, none of them match the generalizations that you're making about men or women. None of them are ratchet chicks. None of them are loud. None of them are clap their hands black. You may say, oh, I got an aunt like that. Okay, that's one person out of about 500 people that are in your life. So what are the odds, right? So that's all I wanted to say real quick. I told you, I promised I was going to start doing more videos. I will do more videos. I will have videos with notes, start out things. And as I go along, I'll learn how to edit and stuff like that. So, yeah, I hope y'all have a good day, man. Uh, Listen to what I'm saying. You can take it with a grain of salt if you want to, but understand that everything that I speak about from experience. And I want to help and I want to uplift both men and women, not just pander to one side or the other. So y'all have a good day, man. I'll talk to y'all later.